Hello everybody, Darcy Marler here. In this week's video, we're going to do another Students Taking Action video, and I'm going to introduce you to the Perez Property Sisters, Theresa and Sugar, a dynamic sisterly duo that's doing some really amazing things. What they're doing is they've got a 12-unit apartment building, really old, ready to tear down, and they're going to get the permits and approvals that they need to be able to knock it down and build a 7 to 8 story, 110, 115 unit new apartment building. How insane is that? I love it. So let me give you a little bit of background about Theresa and Sugar. We didn't know each other, but about a year ago, they phoned me with this opportunity. Darcy, we've got this land development opportunity. We don't know anything about it, but you help, we need some help. So it had a quick close. We weren't able to do too much then. Didn't think much of it. 3 months later, they phoned me again. Darcy, we got another one. This time I said, wouldn't it be better to kind of get some education, learn what you need to know, and so that you can be proactive instead of reactive when these opportunities come across. That's what they did. They joined the course, they learned some stuff, and now this is a result. They've actually purposely found this specific property. It's really set up well, like I said, to eventually tear it down and build a really big building. So this is kind of what we learn. This is what I do. I teach people how to be proactive and learn what they need to know ahead of time so that when opportunity comes their way, they're ready to strike. If that interests you, then reach out to me. Let's talk. My contact information's in the description below. Email me, Zoom link, whatever. But for now, let's meet Theresa and Sugar. Hello, Sugar. Hello, Theresa. Welcome to the latest edition of the Students Taking Action videos. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Darcy. Thanks for having us and share our story.
It's my pleasure. Trust me. So let's get right into it. How about we just take a couple seconds and have you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sugar. I am a mother of two, married, and in the accounting and finance field. I initially started off this journey, real estate journey, because of my sister. She initially started it off and kind of held off until she knew it was safe for little sister to kind of come on in.
Certainly. Hi, Theresa here. I am a real estate investor and also a mother. I'm married to my husband, Gerald. We started our real estate journey since 2016, and we were slow a little bit. And, at 2020, that's when we actually started taking off and, buying duplexes and all that. And I'm also CPA, and that's what my 9 to 5 is.
Perfect. So let's let's just get into a little bit of your history with real estate.
We educated ourselves, right, with traditional buy and hold. That's our main strategy, is buy and hold. We purchase a brand new duplex, and we held it. And then throughout the years, then we've gotten a few duplexes under our belt, and we wanted to scale up to multifamily, bigger multifamily. And then now into land development.
And similarly, we focused on buy and hold. We also did private lending, private equity, and all of that. But like Sister said, we figured we've hit a wall with our personal names, and then going into and scaling up with multifamily. Initially multifamily, and we figured because our focus was so into Ontario, the properties here aren't able to sustain itself. So we put it out there that we wanted a multifamily with a land development component.
It was just strictly kind of the lack of cash flow coming out of rentals that kind of fueled the need to go into development, or was there other things that you wanted as well?
I think it was more so, if I can say, like the deal flows that we were kind of receiving was more so land development. Like there's always a portion of land development, and we feel like, okay, the universe listens, so let's listen to it, right? And that's, I think that we reached out to you last year initially, and I don't think we had signed up at that point, but then there was another opportunity that came up, and then that one we actually had under contract, right? And that was when we actually signed up for the course with eagerness and a little bit of panic, because we're like, okay, like we know somewhat of, the land development piece, just the high level, but we wanted someone that will be able to guide us and kind of give us the confidence that, okay, this is what you need to do step by step and how you go about doing that?
We didn't know a lot at that point, and we wanted to kind of fast track. So we figured, oh, we need some mentor. We need somebody who could show us the way. We kind of say, hey, this fits us, what we're trying to do, right? This is what we want,
Yeah, and our personalities as well. We're more laid back, and
yeah.
We find that if personalities mesh, then it's a good way to go.
It was the gray hair that got you. My
and the smile. I think it was the smile.
The smile. I think it's the smile that got us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I've never heard that one before. That's good. So let's talk about the deal you've got now. So you've been going through, and you just closed last month on a property. So let's break that down and tell us about that one.
Yeah. So that one is actually a 12-unit apartment currently. It's fully tenanted in a city that's growing, right? The city that is pro development. So it is currently zoned as to accommodate up to 8-story building. So we can actually increase the density to up to more than 100 units currently. So that particular property, we will be having the architects bid for the job, right? So we're interviewing next week actually for architects and engineers to get through the SPA.
To get it to site plan approval, and like you said, it's get through as fast as you can, and get through it fast without the path of least resistance, right?
It currently cash flows, like there's money coming in from rentals. You've got that kind of worked out.
Yes, that is coming. There's a rental that would carry the property. With the current interest rate, as you know, we are in this economic condition that the interest rates are so high. So we are at par right now. But once at par, the operations, okay, so it can carry itself. So what we have to do now is the other things that we have to do, like all the SPA expenses or costs, right? We have to kind of carry that.
So since the goal would be to tear this building down and build the new building, the new really, really big building. That's awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Are you planning on doing much in terms of renovation to the existing building while we're going through the work with the city?
We are planning to do a little bit of renovation only if the tenant moves out, okay? Because it will increase it temporarily, but we're not going to spend a lot of money on it. It's going to be just static, just to get a little bit of increase of lift and increase the rental.
Yeah, and just to keep the property safe. That's
the main thing for us.
The most utmost priority is just to keep things safe up to the point where we are able to get it to site plan and sell to a buyer builder.
So that's the exit strategy, is to just basically do the paperwork only strategies as I talk about, and just sell the fully permitted project and go big.
Yeah,
Get in and out fast.
Good. I always, as I say, you said it, in and out quick is one of the things I teach them.
There you go.
I can teach you how to build these things too. So there you go. If you did want to go. Yeah, it's really just that you're going to hire the people to do the work actually, Exactly. So it's not really like you're going to show up on site with a hard hat and go hard every day. Yeah. So it's more of a project management issue with that. So, and funding. Speaking of funding, how did kind of just at a very high level, not too much detail. You don't have to give away all your secrets, but so there's the first part, we had to buy the building as is, and then as you said, we got to fund kind of the permitting stage and some engineering. So roughly how that's how does that get put together?
Yeah, so to close off the acquisition, it's actually through a bridge loan right now, 75% LTV, but for the down payment and closing costs and all of that, we do have some investors invested in. So we had 75% loan to value, And then for the rest, it was through some private investors, and we had to bridge some of that as well because we had such a short time in terms of raising funds.
We have a big closing, and our priorities are actually focused more on the due diligence and all that, the studies that we have to go through, and we put our fundraising at the bottom of our list to close. So what we had to do to close is actually, with us, the small amount of investors, we had to top it up with our own funds for that. So now that we have closed and we are stabilizing the property, we need to focus now on raising the funds to go through, I guess, some of the money that we put in ourselves, and and the SPA, we have to raise that soon.
Because where you are, the permits and fees from the city are actually quite high. So
it's gonna be hefty, and we don't have a bottomless pit of cash to kind of keep pushing it. So we have to reach out to the community and the network to raise the funds.
So that's the funding. What about the finding part? So you said you're starting to see deals all over, and then
so we are lucky because we have a great relationship with our realtor that goes far beyond expectation, and he always gives us deals, and not just for multifamily, but we were very clear. We gave him a very clear instruction of, this is what we want. This is our strategy that we're going for, right? So he's got a lot of off-market listing. So he keeps giving us something, and we would analyze it. But this particular deal the 12-unit apartment that we have is actually, we got that from MLS, but we used our realtor to get us through the finish line of that one.
I don't want to say fell on our lap, but it kind of did. We were out in Welland to see another off-market multifamily, and it just so happens that we want to use our time wisely. We want to see as many things up there as we can. We're there anyway. So this listing was actually on online. It's an online listing, and it's been on the market for about 2 months or so. And prior to that, it was also relisted. So there was some history there. So we just needed to dig a little bit more and see what we can create out of it. And we put an offer to it as is, as a multifamily, not even just with the land development piece. So the price just reflects just the 12 units.
It's awesome. I love it. So let's get just a couple more questions then. But now that you've been in the course for a while, what have you learned from the course? What's the benefit of the course been to you so far?
I would have to say, and again, just coming from a municipal government background, just knowing the right municipalities to enter into. Because as you may know, Ontario, though it is now gearing towards, growth and development, and a lot of new legislation coming through to enforce that, and to kind of help with all of the issues that's with the housing crisis and all of that. A lot of the municipalities are gearing towards growth and development, but some not so much. So with some of the course materials, it lays it out for you. Okay, what to look for, what areas, what secondary plans, official plans, what zoning and things like that, what to look for, and to kind of go step by step.
Okay. Theresa, what do you think?
It's lucky for me because, as a sister said, right, she has the background and she knows how to navigate those. So I was like, hey, sister, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So it's a back and forth, but the materials that you have is there. So
Yeah. And you can kind of skip through if we already have the deal, you don't necessarily need to go through one. Yeah. You can go directly to what module you need to get to and kind of fast track if you already have the deal at hand. Yeah.
And I remember the first time we had the Zoom call. Yeah, you had a deal. It was kind of panicky. You know, we got
eagerness.
Right away, and then we know nothing about this stuff. So that one didn't work. But yeah, so I always kind of say is it's better to get the training and the knowledge before the real deal comes up. So
I mean, for me, the biggest part for me is you know, we can call you, right? We can call you when we have question, and that it gives me confidence that we're doing the right thing, right? It gives us the way to how to do things, and yeah, that's the biggest thing for me when we take the course.
Yeah. And along with that is the community that's out there. It's growing, right? Like initially, when we came into the course, we were kind of like a fly on the wall. We didn't really post anything. But as soon as, you know, we had this deal, we put it out there and people did respond. And, you know, like they booked calls with us to find out more about the deal and just kind of allowed us to present to them, okay, this is the deal. And they are really great in terms of like feedback. It's been really, really positive.
Yes, I'm really proud of the community. It's actually
you should be. It's great.
Great community.
So what long term, next 5-10 years, kind of what are the long term goals?
What I pictured is, and in 5 years we should be able to leave that 9 to 5 and focus more on this real estate investing, and more so, and hopefully we can build by that time, build without any single cent of our own money into the deal.
And short term for me, you know, a couple more of these, you know, sexy deals where we can just kind of flip the paper in and out fast. And yeah, and essentially longer term it's to build ourselves when we have a couple of notches on our belts. And
we can teach you that too. So,
yeah, we want to be part of that solution. You know how we are very short in housing, right? And that's why, you know, this is very dear to our hearts, that, you know, we want to provide in our little way, small way. We're not big developers, right? We're just starting out, but I think every single unit that we put out there can help.
I love that too. There's a lot of people in the course that have kind of that altruistic, and we want to give back as well. Well, what I'm doing is fun. I love this development stuff, but yeah, I want to give back.
It is fun. It's exciting stuff.
It's scary too. Yeah, it is fun, but hey, let's not forget the heart
palpitations.
Oh my God, are we doing this right? That's why we have you. So
I'm here, but you've got each other too, which is huge too. You know, I always talk about how important it is to have kind of a partner going through this to help with that.
Definitely, and this particular project is teaching us so much about each other. It's like sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes, you know, we just kind of have each other to pull us through the tough times, you know. Yeah.
Whatever percentage is missing from the other one just has to compensate, and vice versa, right? So
so yeah, well, that's it. So I won't take out too much more of your time, but I really want to thank you both and wish you all the best and good luck in your continued adventures, because this is really, really exciting stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us. And for all your help that's, you know, so far. And we will continue on reaching out whenever we kind of stumble upon, you know, some hurdles or anything like that. So we are glad to have you in our core.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for being on. Good luck.
Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you, Darcy.
Have a good night.
So there you have it, another amazing story of students taking action. So you notice the sisterly bond between them. Two heads are better than one. I'm always talking about having an operational partner, a sibling, spouse, business partner, something like that. Really, really, it moves you along much quicker. And again, let's be proactive. Get the information and knowledge you need to know so that when an opportunity does come your way, you're set to deal with it. So let's talk about your future in real estate development. The links to contact me, email, Zoom, whatever, are in the description below. So yeah, let's have a talk about your future in real estate development.